So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the new Pandora Box 12S. This has over 3,000 games, plus it's got an LED light that actually has a separate on and off switch. It's got 32 gigabytes built-in memory, a built-in speaker, and just like other Pandora boxes out there, this one of course is plug and play. You can use this on a computer monitor, TV, or even a projector. Or what I'll be showing you on this video is a portable monitor. You can also switch languages between English, Chinese, and Korean. You can also do button mapping on here as well. And this one weighs in at 5,000 grams. You can also use a game controller on this, and you're gonna get 720p resolution. I want to thank the guys at Ploy Lab for sending this over to review on the channel. If you want to find out more about this specific model, you can check the description of the video to find current pricing and more information. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. So you're going to get a VGA connection, USB 2.0 cable, and that's USB-A on each end, AC adapter. They do include an HDMI cable, so that's nice. Although I've got to tell you, the last Pandora box video I did, it had an issue where I just changed the HDMI cable to a different brand, and then it started working. So if for some reason you get this and you're having issues, you definitely want to switch out the HDMI cable. It could just be that. You get a quick start guide, although I gotta say, that's one crazy looking arcade stick. I'm pretty sure that's not what this one looks like. You also get a couple extra buttons. You get bad tops included with this one. There's some nice padded feet there on the bottom, and then the speakers there on the bottom as well. Although I will mention, it feels like it's a little off balance. It sort of rocks back and forth a little. Unless it's just my table, I don't know. The sticks and buttons on here actually feel fairly decent. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this style of button, but you could always switch those out if you prefer. You can definitely see they're going for that Capcom shape, just like the last Pandora box video I did, which isn't really a bad thing. The only thing I notice is it gets a little sharp on the edges. At least they did change the artwork a little bit on this one. It still has the Street Fighter look to it, but I don't think I've seen this version. And yeah, it's got a little bit of weight to it as well. On the back, you've got your power switch, 2 USB ports, configure button, volume wheel, audio jack, VGA port, and then where you plug in the power. And then you've got a switch down here at the other end where you can turn on and off the LED lighting. So overall, I think the build quality on here looks really nice. I probably would have been okay with just the standard look, but I know some people out there are gonna like this Capcom shape just because it's a little more unique. Now let's go ahead and get this hooked up and start playing some games. If you saw my video on the Pandora Box 18S Pro, you're gonna notice this one looks almost identical to that one. The main difference is you're not gonna get Wi-Fi, and the game selection might be slightly different. Once you get it set up, there are a few things you can change in the settings, such as image optimization, language, coin setting, game difficulty level. Just like I said in some of my other videos, I wish they would put a setting on here for screen aspect ratio. I mean, most of these games look okay at widescreen, but would look even better at 4:3 aspect ratio, or anything closer to a square really, so it doesn't stretch the graphics out. Now if you hook this up to a projector, then that wouldn't be a problem because it's real easy to change aspect ratio. Yeah, not so much on my TV or this portable monitor. You also get save states during the games, which is a really nice feature to have, but do keep in mind you're not going to get that on every game, unfortunately. Navigating through all the games is pretty straightforward. You can either keep scrolling down with the joystick, or you can go left or right to sift through the games a little bit faster. You can also use the built-in search feature to find a specific game. Although one downside to having this many games is it can take quite a while to find the game you want to play. I mean, just browsing through Netflix, I can spend way too much time just searching for something, and eventually I just give up and go do something else. Like I said on the last Pandora box video, it always seems like there's some games that have issues, but luckily every game that I tested on this specific model, everything seemed to work. The sound seemed to work just fine, and the gameplay didn't seem to lag either. So yeah, that's definitely a good sign. I almost feel like they're starting to release better versions that have fixed some of the issues that maybe older models had. Now I'll show you some more gameplay and try to cycle through some of the games so you can see what's on here, but you definitely want to check out the Ploy Lab website for a complete list. The Pandora boxes are definitely a pretty cool thing to have in your game room, although I do feel they're a little bit overpriced for what you're getting. So you definitely want to keep an eye out because it seems like they're always going on sale. Now that I've got a few of these that I've reviewed on the channel, I almost feel like I need to get a pedestal or even maybe build a cabinet similar to an Arcade 1-Up, just so I could put one of these in there. But I don't know, maybe it'd be easier just to buy a cabinet that's made for one of these, because I feel like I've seen these online before. So hopefully this video gave you a little more info on the Pandora Box 12S. I think it can be sort of hard to decide when trying to decide which Pandora box to get. To me, I almost feel like it comes down to personal preference on what the actual arcade stick looks like. Some out there have some crazy shapes. I mean, even this one isn't really a traditional arcade stick, so I don't know if everyone out there is gonna like it. But then again, that's sort of the great thing about Pandora boxes, is there's so many different models to choose from. I think you're gonna find something for just about everyone.
Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Choose your destiny. Round one, fight!
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.